Hello students, today we will discuss post penetration activities in the next process of the pathogenesis, that is the invasion. The infection process is the establishment of organic relationship of the pathogen with susceptible cells of the host. This is the development of pathogen in plants after penetration, colonization of plant. Penetration does not always mean that it leads to infection. At many organisms actually penetrate the host, but these may not be diseased by the pathogen. These organisms are not able to proceed beyond penetration. However, effective pathogens are able to penetrate host cells after the penetration, and the effective pathogens are able to invade further and cause infection. Various pathogens invade host in different ways and to different extents. This is the diagram, which is this is a flow chart showing fungal pathogens pre-infection and post-infections. Successful infection is evident as symptoms on the host. Infection is of three different types: local infection, systemic infection, and latent infection. Invasion and reproduction are the two concurrent stages that occur during infection, and as pathogen invade, different cells grow and multiply. As I told you earlier, every penetration is not a meaning of a successful disease. They only produce symptoms or disease the plant where if they can multiply themselves inside the plants. The infection process is also affected by various factors: resistance and susceptibility of the host, aggressiveness and virulence of the pathogen, environmental factors, host nutrition and pH, inoculation periods depend upon host pathogen combination, how long a pathogen is surviving inside the host is inoculation or incubation period, stages of host and environment, etc. Pathogens enter to variable extents inside the host is known as the invasion. As I told you in starting, different pathogens invade their host as ectoparasites. Some pathogens remain outside the host and colonize on the epidermis of the host, called ectoparasites, as we had seen many times in powdery mildew diseases. Endoparasites, wilt diseases and viruses go or and move inside the plant tissues and in between the plant tissues, or remain in the subcuticular spaces, are known as endoparasites. Thus, endoparasites can be present in subcuticular spaces, as I told you earlier, in apple scaventuria fungi, subepidermal pathogens wheat rust, vascular pathogens pseudomonas, ecto endoparasites, example potato canker, Corticium solani. Invasion behavior diagram showing invasion behavior. After the penetration, in the post penetration, growth and production of the pathogens takes place after the vegetative growth of the pathogen. Different pathogens grow intercellularly or intracellularly inside the host. Growth and reproductive rate depends upon invasion behavior of the pathogen. Methods of reproduction Asexual reproduction, it may be asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, replication in case of microscopic pathogens. After entering in the host, ectoparasitic, endoparasitic cases, these pathogens multiplied themselves, the process is the reproduction. Growth and reproduction of the pathogen is affected by the environmental factors, susceptibility of the host, and aggressiveness of the pathogen. There are various reproduction methods are found in various microorganisms. Asexual spores, conidia, are non-motile fungal spores that develop externally or internally on the host. Asexual spores, sporangium and zoospores, formed by specialized spore-bearing branches called sporangiophores. Here is the diagram showing presence of sporangiophores and bearing sporangium. Here is the zoosporangium having zoospores. These are the example of albugo, sporangia of downy mildew, and rust fungi. Sporangia and zoospore of Phytophthora. Similarly, here you can see zoospores of Phytophthora. Sometimes these asexual spores are known as chlamydospores. When fungal hyphae directly transform into spores, then it is known as chlamydospores. The structure is round. The structure of chlamydospores is round. And when they germinate, they give various types of fungal hyphae. Besides these asexual spores, fungi also reproduce by sexual reproductions, and mycoplasma viruses bacteria can also reproduce by sexual spores. Sexual spores may occur at random on surface of mycelium enclosed in a fruiting body. Sexual stage usually occurs once a year. Here you can see the sexual spores. This is the cup shaped or saucer shaped fruiting body. Here it is the with fruiting body of Phytophthora oospore. These are the apothecium cup saucer shaped bodies, and this is the section cutting of the apothecium. This is the clastothecium of the powdery mildew. Here is the perithecium. A flask shaped pseudoparenchyma is formed inside the leaf, is known as perithecium. This is the disc shape is the apothecium, a round ball shaped is the clastothecium. These fruiting bodies are usually present in Basidiomycotina fungi, whereas ascocarp present in the Ascomycetes fungi, forming ascospores, and these fruiting bodies perithecium, apothecium, and clastothecium forms ascus and ascospores. Dissemination of the pathogen. Transfer of inoculum is known as the dissemination of the pathogen. Transfer of inoculum, passive and active. This is of transfer of inoculum or dissemination of the pathogen is of two types: passive dissemination and active dissemination. Passive dissemination takes place by the wind, water, insects, man, animals, etc. Active dissemination move pathogen move by its own power. Some bacteria and many fungi can disseminate by this active mode of dissemination. Pythium forms zoospores or motile spores can move actively by its own power. Similarly, some fungi expelled their spores forcibly in the environment, for example, Pylobulus, and their spores can move miles or kilometers. Thus, by the pressure or force, they expel them. Many viruses, viroids, and phytoplasma can transfer themselves with the help of insects. After the dissemination, the movement of these spores may be short distance movement or the long distance movements. Cell to cell movements is also possible. Movement of plant viruses as nucleoprotein. Transportation of these viruses is the cell to cell movement. Movement of plant viruses as virions is also in the form of cell to cell movement. After the dissemination, it is not possible, it is quite possible the pathogen may survive or it may not survive. It depends upon the environmental condition, viability of the pathogen's spores, and susceptibility of the host where they are throwing. Pathogen can survive in debris in the infected crop field, in seed, in soil, or on growing plants, infected material on host plants, in propagating material, alternate host, collateral host, as dormant structures, for example, sclerotia and chlamydospores. Sclerotia, as you have studied earlier, claviceps or ergot of bajra. Here, after the formation of asexual spores, conidiophore and conidia, hard structures are formed which they can remain survive in under unfavorable conditions are known as sclerotia. Chlamydospores we discussed uh, in this in this class. Alternate host we had studied already in case of rust disease of wheat. Thus, the pathogen can survive by any method out of these, and pathogen can, after the uh, invasion in the host, pathogen can infect only the vegetative portion of the plant, or it may affect also the flowering plant of the plant. If pathogen remains restricted to only the vegetative portion of the plant, then the infection is known as local infection. If it spreads vegetative as well as in the reproductive or flowering plants parts of the plant, then the infection is known as systemic infection. Local infection is mainly present in the case of viruses and bacterial diseases, whereas many fungal diseases, infection proceeds to the systemic infection from the local infection. Thus, we had studied the post penetration or the invasion of the pathogen in the host by various pathogens, fungi, bacteria, viruses, and other microorganisms, and growth and reproduction of these microorganisms, and the development of these pathogens either ectoparasitically, endoparasitically, subcuticularly, or they can reach in the parenchymatous tissues of the pathogen, of the host. Sometimes they can reach the vascular tissue of the host. When they reach the vascular tissue of the host, they close the xylem and they colonize in the xylem, and they cause wilt and rot diseases. Whereas in case of Pythium, albugo, phytophthora, pathogen colonize the parenchyma tissue, cortex, and mesophyll. Or in the case of systemic infection, these pathogens can cause infection at the flowering part also. Endobiotic development, fungi, plasmodiophora, viruses, and bacteria grow exclusively inside the host cells and invade the host cell inside. Depending upon the nature of nutritional relationship, various levels of parasitisms are recognized in the host and the parasite. These relationships are known as host parasite relationships and evolution of parasitism, which we discuss later on.